Hi, welcome to Prices Spices Chili and Vegetable Grow Log 2016. It is I think it's the 5th of April, if I'm right. And this is now part 5 of the 2016 Grow Log. So it's a bit of an update. It's getting a bit messier in here, which shows that the year is progressing. So let's give you a quick update and show you what we've got. So let's have a look inside the propagator first of all, which we've got lots of different things in here now. So we have got some marigolds sown, which they've popped up within 4 days, which is really good. We've sown a load of seeds to go into the NFT system we ran last year. We've got the chili plants that we were given as a gift. We've put one Dorset Naga into the clay pebbles, so we're just having to see how long it takes for the roots to poke through. Because the on reservation that we've got with the rockwool cube, small one being in there in the clay pebbles, we have to keep watering that with a dripper, which we're kind of doing kind of as such, but we have got some fresh water that we're watering with, and basically just dropping that onto the rockwool cube that is buried in the middle. As once that dries out, then the plant will cease to exist and will wither and die. So as you can see, these ones that have been potted on into the compost, fed with basic growth technology. What is it? It's not fulvic. It's another formula. I forget now. So yeah, they've basically just been fed with that as a basic feed, and they seem to have all been in quite well. We're going to swap the feed in the next week or two to the grow and do that as normal. So the pak choi looks like it's dried out a little bit, needs watering today, as does the lettuce. And you can see that the Dorset Nagas and the Bengal Nagas are coming along nicely. We've got a couple of courgettes that we've planted, and they seem to have popped up in 4 or 5 days also. There's a little bit of leaf damage on these Agilymons that we planted, but last week they had a little bit of transplant shock, which was strange. We soaked up the larger rockwool cubes, the medium-sized ones. Used the same feed as what we'd been pouring on the smaller rockwool cubes. Took them from here, planted them in there, nice and gentle, and all of a sudden they wilted straight away, which caused a little bit of shock and confusion. But needless to say, we put them in the shade because we didn't know whether it was a little bit too warm in the greenhouse, whether it was that or whether it was transplant shock or what. They did come back, but yeah, we've just got a little bit of cell damage on the leaves, but hopefully if the plant continues to grow, you'll get new leaves on there, and hopefully there's no damage to the actual stems of the plants causing issues ongoing. Anyway, that's the propagator update. We'll give you a quick look at what we've done for the NFT system. We've virtually finished the build. There's a couple of bits we need to finish doing, but it does now all run. It's all sealed, and it's pretty much ready for the Dorset Nagas and the other chilies to go in there once they're big enough and ready, and it warms up in here. So hopefully we can start using it probably first week of May. We might even do it in the end of April. But let's show you. Let's have a look. Here we go. So we've got let's start at the beginning of the process. So we've basically got where the pump comes up under there, so we've got 200 litres of water in the system. So the new jet pump, you might be able to see down there. Let's see if we can zoom in. Not too clearly, it's a bit dark, too hard to move that board. So that's going to pump at quite a few litres per hour. Now I've set it to about medium on the pump. We've wired up some inline valves so that we can turn systems on and off if we want, whilst also connecting a spare pipe that we can then connect to a hose pipe or a bucket, and we can use the spent water that we empty out onto the veg patch, which will help grow stuff in the veg patch as well, rather than just wasting the water. So we've drilled all the holes that we need in all the NFT channels, so it's slightly more raised at that end to get a level shot, pan around, and then we've got all the plumbing that we've got nice snug holes, so there's no air, and well, so not air, no light going to get into the actual water of the tank, which is ideal because we don't want algae to start forming. So that's all done. We've got our channels. And if you bear with me a second, I'll tell you what, we'll even plug it in, turn it on, and we can see it running. 1 second. So here we go, we're going to plug it in and fire all up. So if we go up to the end of one of these channels, we'll now see the water starting to flow, coming out nice and fast there. Now we've got the 2 dripper lines, well not drippers, 2 water lines, coming 13mm ice line into these, I think it's 5mm pipe. So if one gets blocked, we've still got the ability for the other pipe still to be delivering water. So the net cups will sit in there. We might even create a little bit of a spacer just so that the roots can fully grow out the bottom of the net cup. Because even though they are the proper net cups and they are the expensive NFT channels, they for that size cup seem to just sit proud of the top of the NFT channel, which I'm slightly disappointed at, but maybe it's something I've done rather than the system. So everything's been connected properly. Dipping the pipes in some hot water will allow you to push them right on rather than struggling and having a bit of a fight. So we've not got any leaks, everything's nice and tight. So we've got some compression fittings, and we've got push fit fittings. The only other one thing that we now need to do is we've come up with a little system whereby we can clip some overflow pipe. We've got quite a plethora of spare. We can clip some of that onto the outside, and we can have some tall uprights with some string going back and forth, a little bit like they're doing the big polytunnels, and that will support the plants when the plants start to get a good 4 to 6 feet tall, very similar to last year. So that's pretty much it for this week. We're going to come back next week and we'll basically give you some information on what we're feeding the plants as far as the hydroponic stuff goes, and hopefully we'll start seeing some of the herbs start to propagate. Anyway, for now, don't forget to subscribe and you'll see the latest updates. We'll catch you soon. Bye.